Welcome back, one and all, on this Super Bowl Sunday that we're recording to The Horror Returns. I'm Lance, and with me, as always, are my co-hosts Brian and Philip. But we got a real special guest tonight, and we've got three of his movies picked. Al Ramseur, you do exist, man.
I do exist, dude. I do exist, dude. Thank you, man. Glad to be here.
Well, I can't tell you how much we appreciate you being a super patron for a long time, brother. I mean, it really means a lot, man. How did you hear about us? How'd you hear about the show?
Oh man, just random horror creepypasta type thing like this, and then just locked onto you guys, and you guys are great, dude. And it's all love.
All right.
That's awesome, man. Appreciate it.
It worked out. All right, so we got tonight three special movies to talk about that you picked. So we're going with Heathers, Sissy, and Deadstream, correct?
Yes.
Brian, we don't need to do spoilers, right? Because they were all last year.
Yeah, no.
Nah, these are all like 2018 movies.
All right, we're good then. So we'll start with Cool of the Week. Al, you're our guest, man. You know how this works. What's the coolest thing that you've checked out?
So I've been on this ship for like the last 4 months or whatever what do you call it? 4 months, whatever. So Cool of the Week is random like 20 odd movies, like it's all like Afghanistan movies, like all Afghanistan movies, like from like 20 to the 20 odds.
Philip knows about that.
Yeah, the Haji copies. Sorry if that was offensive.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that, dude. I mean, like, I know. Cool. I know Phil knows about that too, also. But damn, these movies are like, this is like grew me, This is like grew me. Like, at some point, this is what I learned, And then not Cool of the Week is The Shallows.
The Shallows, huh? Not a big fan. I like that one.
Oh man, yo, that chick is fucking so dumb, dude. What is wrong with that girl, dude? What is wrong with her, dude?
You should watch The Requiem.
Oh god.
Actually, you should not watch that. It's terrible. It's worse. It's way worse.
It's way worse than this fucking movie, The Shallows, dude. Are you
way
serious,
worse? With the chick from Clueless.
She's so horrible, dude. What is she doing, dude? Like, dude, you know my fucking. I'm from Florida, dude. You gotta shoot me, dude. But goddamn, dude, come on, man. The fuck is wrong with this chick?
Al, I gotta write something down for your Cool of the Week, man. I cannot write Haji movies. I don't think that's gonna go over well.
Yeah, Haji movies is not Cool of the Week.
Give me a movie, man. Come on. What's a real good one that you've seen?
I don't know, man. Fucking Cool of the Week is yeah. No, not Haji movies. No.
How about not being at sea?
Yeah, not Cool of the Week. Not Cool of the Week. Fuck those movies.
What's your what time is it where you are?
Oh, it's about fucking. It's 8 p.m.
Oh, okay. It's not too bad. Decent.
Yeah.
All right.
That's not too bad.
All right. Well,
so I got fired. Not Cool of the Week because I got fired last night.
We weren't going to bring that up.
That was a figure of speech that I didn't get, man. That sucks.
No. There's no figure of speech. So I got fired last night. It's not Cool of the Week because I got fired last night. It is what it is, dude. Who cares?
I was like, it just means he got drunk.
No, I mean, I got drunk. Of course, I got drunk and said, Captain, he was a fucking slick guy, dude. Fuck him, dude. Fuck him. I got fucking fired last night. But it is what it is, though. You get fired sometimes. It happens. I'm in the union, so they don't give a fuck.
Life goes on. Life goes on.
Life goes on.
Sorry.
No, man, we go on. Like you said, life goes on, and we be here tonight, and we fucking just have a good time, dude. Let's go.
All right.
Well, I'll jump in on my Cool of the Week because it sucks.
Uh-oh.
Well, I've been working a lot this week, so I hadn't really had a chance to watch anything. But I'm I've never watched Survivor before, and I got stuck.
No.
It popped up on Netflix, and so I like binged a season of Survivor. That's gotta be the worst cool week ever.
That is rough, dude. That is. We're having a
Mine was
rough
pretty
week,
bad,
guys.
bro. Mine was pretty bad, bro.
Okay, Survivor. All right, Brian, what
But
you
they
got,
had
man?
like Eddie George's wife on
I'm
there.
trying to move us on, but we're listening. I'm sorry.
All
I'm
right,
being rude.
Eddie George, the football player, they had his wife on there. She was also in Sisters with Voices. I don't know if you guys remember them.
Oh
But,
yeah, SWV.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah,
90s.
he was on the damn
90s,
show. I was like, I met Eddie George in an airport one time.
right?
Yeah, that's it.
Brian,
I got two.
thank God.
I got a chance to watch Knock at the Cabin.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I think I liked it a little bit more than both of you. Just what'd you give it, Phil?
Okay.
Like a 6.5, I think.
Did I? I don't know. It wasn't bad.
I think I would give it a strong 7, and that's
Okay.
mostly based off of the acting of Batista. I thought the little girl was great, and I liked that the ending wasn't, usually with these kind of movies, the ending would be ambiguous and kind of
like the book was.
I kind of like that it was more straightforward, and they kind of let you know what was going on, and you'll hear a review on it over at the Skater Nez podcast network. We did an ESP at the movies, and Mike joined us, and Mike has a lot of knowledge about the Bible, and he was pointing out a lot of stuff that kind of went over my head and kind of went over Nez's head, and so that should be out by the time.
Horseman shit, right?
Oh, he went deeper than that.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it kind of ended up just being mostly Mike talking and just me and Nez listening, because Mike's very knowledgeable about that kind of stuff. So that review should be out by the time this is out too. So
awesome.
Nice.
And
is that going to be on Skater Nez?
Yeah.
Network? Okay.
And I think I'll go my cool of the week. I got to see that movie Baby Ruby.
Oh, not Baby Ruth.
No.
What is
Okay.
What is this? Baby Ruby? What is that? What is that?
It's a psychological horror thriller. I think we talked about the trailer a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it looks very Rosemary's Baby-ish.
Yeah, they do a great job of is it the baby or is it her kind of situation.
Is it the baby?
They do a great job of keeping up with that all the way up until the end of the movie.
Cool. I got to check it out.
And I thought the main actress was good. Jon Snow was okay. He's kind of pops in and out of the movie. He plays her husband. And good supporting cast. And like I said, they really play up is it all in her mind or is it really happening? And they do a good job. And they almost, for a second near the end, kind of made me thought they were going to go another way.
Okay.
But they didn't. So they just kept me guessing. So it is a little bit of a slow burn, but I think a good slow burn. So.
And that sounds like that's got me written all over it, man. Everything you're saying definitely appeals to me. Sounds like a great script too.
Yeah, I forgot the director's name. She also wrote the movie, so she's definitely. If I hear her name pop up on something new, I'm definitely going to give it a watch.
Cool. All right, is that it?
Yeah, that's all I had time for this week.
All right, I've been getting through all the MCU movies to get caught up. So I had 3 more to go that I hadn't seen yet.
Oh, Lance, sorry to interrupt, dude.
No, you're on, man.
Yeah, man, I did a rewatch on Black Panther Part 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the one we finished on.
I watched it in Beaumont, dude. I watched it in Beaumont when I was over there. We were at like Shipyard, whatever.
Sure.
And my sister, she passed away, dude. She passed away like a year ago, dude. Man, I was crying for like 45 minutes of the movie.
Yeah,
I cried for
A lot of
45
that
minutes.
going
I cried
around.
for like 45 minutes, and then like I slept for like 30 minutes. It was crazy. It was funny. It is what it is. Man.
Yeah, my I think like when I first talked about it, my wife, her brother and father passed in the last couple of years, so the movie did hit emotionally for her. But at the same
Yeah.
time, she also said the movie was a little bit too long. So
So it's fucking super long.
Well,
Look. So exactly to your point, Brian. Look, Brian. So yeah, I cried for like 40 minutes and then I fucking was half drunk like half the time and I just like fell asleep.
Been there.
Whatever works, man. Well, I liked
But it's a
all
good movie. It's a
three.
good movie.
I liked all three of these most recent movies. I liked the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness because the effects were awesome. No, I mean I thought that I loved the horror movie aspect of it.
yeah,
AJ thought it was too intense for her, but you could definitely tell that it was directed by who it was directed by. There's
Yeah,
very
for
little,
sure.
even if Bruce Campbell hadn't shown up.
yeah, you know who
Yeah.
was behind the camera shots on that movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. You guys give a lot of hate to Love and Thunder. I really enjoyed it, man. I thought it was a fun, super lightweight palate cleanser.
Yeah,
Between
but
the
it
intensity of the other two movies,
for the situations that it was talking about with the death
right?
and
Yeah.
stuff like that, it was a little too comedic to have certain
Yeah, I can
characters
see
dealing
that.
with death
And they
and
ruined
cancer. And,
Thor.
I-
They made him so fucking stupid.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
like, I don't know
like,
what happened.
my wife thought I was an asshole, but it was a pretty good movie.
Yeah,
I
I don't know what
liked it.
happened. I don't know what happened with because Ragnarok to me had the
Uh-huh.
perfect balance of
Yes.
Okay.
comedy.
Yeah,
And
fair
then
enough.
That's my favorite
got-
Marvel movie.
Then we got
Yeah.
to Love and Thunder, and the comedy
Yeah.
just went.
Went through the roof. I loved Russell Crowe though. I thought that was like
Yeah.
he's owning it. He knows what he
Oh,
is.
yeah.
He knows who he is now. He's fat Russell Crowe. He's all into it. Totally owning.
He's owning that accent because I don't know
Oh, yeah.
what kind of accent that was.
You know, CIA agent. What is his name? CIA agent. This guy
Oh,
who played
Martin Freeman's
agent.
character from Wakanda.
No.
Okay.
From Captain America, CIA agent. This guy with the beard. I guess it's somebody's son.
Okay.
But I watched a good movie from the ship. I watched a good movie on the ship. It's called Everything Everywhere. It's just basically like a baseball movie. It's like a feel-good movie, dude.
Right.
It's a feel-good movie. It's fucking nice. It's feel good. You know. It's no. We're not fighting each other. We're not killing each other. It's all good. You know. It's a feel-good movie.
Yeah, you got to have that once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, and,
What's
and
his name?
as far as Wakanda, what's it called?
It's all everything. Everything something. I don't know. It's just a feel-good movie.
It's a baseball movie.
Yeah, it's a baseball movie from the 70s from
Okay.
Texas. Yeah.
We got people.
Okay.
People yelling at us.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna tell us. No,
I mean,
I
I
enjoyed.
know you guys don't know no movies that much, dude. But okay, I got you.
I enjoyed Wakanda Forever too. I thought it was a good way to end the. I'm assuming, Brian, we're about to go into a new phase now. Is that correct? Like that was the end of that phase? Was that the final one?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
into what's the next one? Ant-Man starts the new one. So
Kang is going to be the big bad, right?
Say one more. Can I say one more, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, always. You're our guest,
bro.
man.
Dude, my sister, man, she passed away on the fucking fentanyl shit, bullshit. And so the whole fucking 20 minutes, the whole fucking like 30 minutes of straight up fucking Wakanda Forever, dude. I was fucking crying. That's why I was crying, dude. It's not because of this guy, dude. It's because it's family issues. But it is what it is. You know?
That movie hit a lot of people. Hit a lot of people hard. You know.
Yeah. Talking about
But-
that. That sucks.
I heard a lot of people say that if you look at all those Marvel movies that were in that little bit there, the bit after the big Thanos showdown, like it's the bottom line is it's all about grief. Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
the
that was fucking tough.
majority,
That show was so tough. Dude. Fuck.
majority of the
Yeah.
shows too had someone dealing with grief and loss. So
yeah, Scarlet Witch, and yeah. All right, that's cool of the week. I guess we're gonna
Cool of the week. Cool of the week,
move right
that's
on
cool
to
of
the
the week.
movies.
Yeah,
What's that, Al?
we're gonna go ahead and skip some listener feedback this week because we got 3 movies to do
Oh.
and Trailer Park and horror headlines.
Oh, wait a minute, we got a podcast shout out though, right, Brian?
yeah,
If
Yeah,
I
I
can
got
find it. Help somebody remind me. You
Phil,
got it, Phil?
Phil's got it.
We're gonna put the
All right.
podcast spotlight on Corpse Feed presents The Morgue. Welcome to The Morgue, a
Okay.
Corpse Feed official podcast. Join Arturo Padilla and Nick Valdez as they break down the latest on news, reviews, and more in the world of entertainment. And that's it. Our show intro comes from Steve Carlton from The Geeks with a Z. And be on the lookout for more great stuff from him. Our original skull artwork comes from Natsulani, so check her out on Instagram. And consider becoming a Patreon patron. We'll let you pick the movies for a future show at any amount. And for $5 or more a month, also pick a commentary for a future bonus show. But
and maybe get a koozie and a t-shirt, Al. Maybe. I got to make sure I've got the right address for you, because you had that hack issue with Facebook.
My wife has it. My wife has it. My wife has
Okay.
it.
All right, we'll get it out to you.
all right. But this week we're gonna bring the 3 movies presented by Al. We'll start with Heathers from 1988. First time watch for me.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, about a 24th time watch for me.
At Westerberg High, where cliques rule, jocks dominate, and all the popular girls are named Heather. It's going to take a Veronica and a mysterious new kid to give the teen angst a body count.
What you was doing? You were doing a what's his name's voice?
Christian Slater, yeah, it's sort of a
Oh,
bad
yeah.
Jack Nicholson.
kind of like Dane DeHaan doing the Keanu, Brian.
Yeah. Director is Mike Lehman, also known for 40 Days and 40 Nights. Writers are Daniel Waters, also known for Batman Returns. Yeah.
Oh, that's a pretty good movie.
The same week Winona Ryder received the script, a student from her high school committed suicide, which only inspired her to do the film. Brad Pitt actually auditioned for the role of JD, but he was rejected because he looked too nice. Daniel Waters originally wanted Stanley Kubrick to direct, citing that he's the only one that can get away with a 3-hour movie.
Ah, that would have been a different movie.
Back in the day, he was.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the acting chops. This guy Brad Pitt doesn't have the acting chops. He doesn't have no. I mean, like Christian Slater is a different beast than fucking Brad Pitt, dude. Honestly.
You might get some arguments.
You like
on
Christian
this
Slater
show.
better than that?
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
I'm gonna agree with Al. I think
Yeah.
later
Definitely,
on
dude.
in Brad,
Strong
in
disagree.
Definitely, bro.
no. Later on, Brad Pitt got better, but I think
Yeah,
at this
right.
period in time,
That's
I don't
true. At
think
that
he was
period
even.
of time,
He wasn't
I
even
mean,
known.
like, okay, so one of my cool little week last week was it was gonna be World War Z, and then I heard fucking
Okay.
this guy say, he said no World War Z, no, but World War Z, dude, that's a fucking great movie. Come on, man.
it is a pretty good movie. I like
Oh,
it.
Yeah. It's nothing like the book. The book is just a bunch of short stories. It's kind of weird how they made a movie out of that. But it works.
All right. Well, Al, why'd you pick Heathers? What'd you think about it?
I don't know. It's just a random 80s movie, and I just like it. This was like one of those TBS movies. Like, it is what it is, dude. You just watch it. But it's a great movie, though. Of course, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
This is one of these TBS movies. You watch them, and then and then the girl. I mean, this chick is Veronica. She's a fucking psychopath, dude. What? Oh well, you talk about something. She's getting like goaded in this. No, chick, you're just crazy.
Did they pick the right person?
Yeah. No, chick, you're just crazy. What are you talking about? This is not cool what you're doing, dude. And then plus I got 3 daughters, dude. Fuck that, dude. What?
Had you rooting for the bad guy. All right,
Jesus.
Brian, you want to go ahead?
Oh, this movie's definitely a classic. Great cast. I thought it's definitely a dark comedy with the subject matter of, suicide and trying to fit in socially in school. And you know what, Al, you're right, man. Veronica, Winona Ryder, just a little bit of craziness to her because
He's a psycho, dude.
it didn't really seem. Christian Slater's character didn't really have to talk her that hard into doing a lot of these things, like I don't know, murder, for example. And
Drinks
I
of the
thought
blue Kool-Aid.
Man.
I thought the
Germans.
I thought the actress that played the main Heather, I thought she was perfect for that role. She played that bitchy head of the clique.
Right.
The 2 blonde Heathers haven't been in a lot, have they?
Died really young.
Yeah,
I didn't really recognize them.
Well, yeah, the one that, in fact, she had a line in there like, "Would you have a brain tumor for breakfast?" And
that's what
as
she
fate
died
would
of.
have it, yeah, that's who she died
wow.
of. 32 years old. Yeah.
And
at the time, she made it in the 80s. Phil.
What's that?
When she made it in 80, when she made it in the 80s, she was like 30 years old at the time.
Yeah, was she really? I guess that makes sense.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't too long after the movie, I think, that she passed. So you know how these high school students in movies are never high school age, right?
Yeah.
I think a couple.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
Oh, I think he froze.
Lance freeze up on us.
Yeah.
I'll just jump in. Brian. Yeah, and the way they played the adults in this movie was so weird. It's like every adult. Yeah, nobody cared about anything. Like
they were idiots, dude.
Somebody comes to me and says my daughter is thinking about killing herself. I'm not going to be so nonchalant about it, and
I
not know where she's going, and and then you got the. Did he drop off?
There he is.
Yeah, no, I'm a little slower internet here, guys.
Yeah, I just thought it was. Maybe it was for comedic purposes, but they were just the adults.
I was gonna say something like, watching the movie the whole time. I'm sorry, Brian. Watching the movie the whole time, like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with these fucking adults? And then this guy Illuminati, dude? The fucking dad from Christian Slater's dad is Illuminati, right?
What? I didn't get that.
A weird relationship. I was wondering about that. Am I missing something? What was?
Yeah, my son's not. When I walk into a room, my son's not going to call me son.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, it's a weird thing that they had, but he's also a fucking psychopath. Obviously,
was it insinuated that he had something to do with the mother's death?
Yeah, he's Illuminati, dude. He's Illuminati, bro. He's killing everybody, dude. I thought, and then the chick was telling her, and then Winona Ryder was like, "Oh, like your mom, you killed your own mom." She's like, "What the?" I'm like, "What the fuck am I watching right now, dude?"
Yeah, because he looked at when she first met the dad and they were talking about the mom, he was like, the last time I seen mom, she was waving from a window in a building in Texas, huh, Dad?
Right.
And he was just like, yeah. And he likes to blow up buildings.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Waving from a library, and I thought they were making a reference to JFK.
I know. They sort of almost did. I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
And that did pop in my head too.
Did it?
Yeah. But yeah, this is definitely an 80s classic. This is one if you're a fan of Winona Ryder or Christian Slater, this is one that always pops up.
I feel like I used to watch this on PBS.
Yeah.
Every summertime. I used to feel like I used to watch it on TBS every summertime. But I feel like now, like I watched the movie, I'm like, damn, dude, this is way worse than I thought it was.
Yeah, same here. I didn't remember it being that intense.
Yeah,
But I watched it all the time when it
Yeah,
first came out.
they definitely with the subject matter in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't make this movie today with it being so
Oh,
comedic.
right, with the school and yeah. And you know, obviously they use the F word, but they use that in every
This dude
80s
blew himself up. Look, homegirl was smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, right.
Smoking a cigarette, and homeboy blew himself up right away. And then they're like, oh, what
And
happened
and not to mention when you first get introduced to JD, he pulls a gun out on two other students.
A 357
shoots
them, and only gets a week of suspension because they were blanks.
That's the 80s. Gotta love the 80s, man.
That's 1 week.
That was a big ass gun too, man.
No shit.
It was fucking
Dirty Harry style.
4.57, dude. You had like a fucking 357 plus one.
Yep.
44 or something.
Cool.
Lance, what'd you think?
Oh, this is an 80s classic. You picked a good one, Al. When I was young, you know, and I sang Que Sera Sera, you know, I used to watch. I'd forgotten about that being in the movie. I used to watch this movie pretty regularly. I've seen it at least a good couple of dozen times. It was one of those regulars that I would, like you said, it would be on TBS all the time or HBO or whatever, and I would check it out. It's definitely a microcosm of what the 80s was like. Like some of the things they said you can't get away with now. The things they did you definitely can't get away with now. You got the jocks, you got the clique, you got the cheerleaders, you got the nerds, you got the stoners.
That pick on the fat girl was fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's so 80s, man.
The fat girl, I'm sorry, Lance. The fat girl in the fucking what she was in? She was like a fat girl, like in a little stool or some shit, dude. Dude, that was crazy. That was funny.
She was rolling around on a
what they
in her
call
little
her
wheelchair at the end because she tried to kill herself.
Yeah.
What they call her dump truck Mary or
truck.
dump truck. No, but I thought it was ingenious, man. The way that they set these up to look like suicides, and then it kind of spiraled out of control. And then, of course, you know, you've got the people like that are kind of fragile because of what they're going through in school. And she actually tried to kill herself, you know, because she thought that would make her cool and kind of part of the clique. But it's a movie everybody should see. You know, take it with a grain of salt, kids, because you're not going to have the same, you know, PC elements that you do in the movies these days. Don't expect that. You know, it's not going to be we're all accepting of no matter what gender you are, or you know whether you're, you know, a nerd or not. It's like it was a totally different world back then, and that's true. I lived through it. Me and Nez could tell you youngsters what it was really like in the 80s. But
I don't know, dude.
Movie.
Like high school is like really like that for you, Lance. High school is like really like. For you, Lance, for real, dude. I mean, like, I grew up in South Florida, and I fucking grew up like in a fucking great community. Like, right? I mean, I grew up in like hoods and all types of stuff like this, but I didn't grow up in like we're fucking fighting each other because what? You're white, because you're black, because you read books. I didn't grow up like that, dude.
Nerds.
Yeah, we just had
like this, dude.
Maybe it's because I went to school in a smaller town in Texas, but yeah, I mean, you had your definite cliques. Like if you weren't, you know, on one of the sports teams or dating one of the cheerleaders or something like that. Let me put it to you this way: we
didn't have cliques up here.
You did?
Those football players would have got their ass kicked up here.
By the band nerds
Brian. Yeah, for sure, dude.
I mean, we had like, I don't know if I'd call it cliques, but you know, like. Band nerds and theater guys, and you know, like there were definitely different groups, but I sort of circled around all of them. So
that's cool.
Yeah, we all got along pretty much is what I'm saying. Like we all got along. I mean, like we didn't have like, oh, just this one guy. These people are like running the school type shit.
Yeah.
No, man, we all got along type stuff, and like I mean, like. We're not fighting. I mean, we had one right when in my school, though. It was a great right.
We had lots of fights. There were fights all the time.
We had like a great right in my school, but It's not like, oh, we're just fighting each other every day. No.
Right.
Just because you're white or you like to read books or because of
Right.
this you're black or something like this. Nah, we didn't do none of that though.
Yeah.
But we had time though. I mean, it's Florida though, bro. You know,
True.
and Florida's fun.
Philip, what'd you think of the
Florida's
movie?
fun.
So yeah, it was an interesting watch. It's not so I don't normally pick up on the high school drama stuff, right? Like most of the like stupid high school clicky movies that I watch are comedies. And
Oh, yeah, most of them are. It seems like.
yeah. But I actually did enjoy this. I can understand why it didn't exactly appeal to me when I was younger. Because I'm sure it was on all the time, just on daytime TV or whatever, and I may have just flipped through it. But no, I liked it, man. I've always been a big Christian Slater fan, and I never had a strong opinion on Winona Ryder, but she did a really good job in this. Actually, she was super hot in this movie.
Yeah, she
I was
carried
about
the
to
She's
movie.
say-
super hot too. Yeah. I was about to say
Speak on her
She's super
very
hot.
carefully
Yeah, she's
because
hot, dude.
Nez will be listening.
That's right. That's right. His girl.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she's pretty good in this movie. She's got a weird kind of accent too. It's like a Keanu Reeves fake weird accent. I don't know what it is.
And for the first time on this rewatch, it almost seemed like the way she was talking was almost mirroring Christian Slater. His kind of the way he talked. It was
Okay.
almost. I don't know if I noticed it later on in the movie, if it was like that throughout the film, but I just kind of felt like they were kind of on the same
Sort of wavelength.
Yeah, almost
Yeah.
like maybe their characters were perfect for each other. I don't know if that's how they played
Yeah.
it on purpose.
Al, you called it, man. She was
And-
nuts to begin with. She didn't need that much coaxing to get her over the edge.
She was
She was
bored.
dumb hot in this movie, dude. Yeah, she was dumb hot in this movie. She was fucking super hot.
But
And then Heather won. Heather, whatever her name was, Heather, whatever.
Heather
And
1,
then-
Heather 2, and Heather 3.
Heather 3. They were all hot too.
Heather
But they were
Heather
so
two was Heather
stupid,
2 was the
like-
hottest,
Was she?
Heather too.
the taller one.
Shannon
I thought
Doherty
Shannon
or
Doherty
no?
was the hottest Heather.
I like Shannon Doherty's my favorite. Of the
Yeah.
Her stupidness kind of took it away from me.
Yeah, that's,
Okay, I could see that.
she was very young in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's super young, dude.
But no, I thought it said a lot about, social contagions, and they did definitely make light of some stuff. Like they posted her suicide note in the fucking school paper.
Right.
Is that?
Yeah. And then
Maybe-
the two
maybe that's a little
guys,
bad
our
taste.
love
It's a
that no
little
one
much.
should know
A
about.
little much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They made that one song that was
Oh,
about
teenage
suicide. They made it
suicide.
like the anthem for the school or something
Right.
like that.
Big fun. Big fun.
Social contagion, man.
Yep.
One person
Yep.
commits suicide and then they all do it. Just to try to be
Absolutely.
cool.
Yeah.
If everybody was jumping off a bridge, would you go too?
I think they even said that in the movie.
Yeah.
Probably did, man. One of the oldest
They did say
questions
that
in
in
the
the movie.
world.
They definitely said that in the movie for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, they said that.
But it was good. It was an interesting movie. It's very original and not like a lot of other movies. You know what I mean? It's
Yep.
definitely stands on its own stuff.
Pretty unique, isn't it?
Yeah. All right. Let's do scores. Al, what do you think? 1 to 10.
I'm gonna give it like about a 6
All right.
out of 10 because that's an old school movie. I love it. I mean, I'll probably give it a
Damn,
more,
I thought I was rough on scoring. Al Fiction gives it a 6 or a 6.66. What'd you give it?
6. Nah, 6.10. But I mean, I like the movie. I mean, I love the movie. Of course, it's a classic. But just because I'm with you guys, so I'm gonna go like one lower.
All right.
One lower.
That's cool.
But
All right. 6. Brian, what do you think?
6.10.
This is for me, being a kid from the '80s. This was always on the rotation. Like Al said, Lance, you also said it was always on TV. This is definitely a classic Winona Ryder, Christian Slater movie. Has a lot of serious subject matters, even though they play it comedically sometimes. There's like a lot of deep messages in here, and
Brian, at the same point, I didn't know I didn't know the movie was that deep, dude. I mean, I remember watching the movie all the time when I was a kid,
mm-hmm.
but I'm a kid, you know. But dude, this is like really deep issues, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Damn, this is a fucking really deep issue, and
it's hard to pull
7.9.
that off. It's hard to pull that off
7.9.
sometimes.
7.9. Okay.
7.9.
All right.
I'm gonna do a little bit higher than you. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
All right.
There you go. There you go.
All right, Lance, what do you think?
I'm high on the totem pole. 9 on 10, guys. This was my favorite movie of that year that it came out.
Really?
So
Nice.
yeah, I've watched this so much. So it's a good one. It's got a lot to say. Christian Slater's awesome. One of those like I just love the Nicholson impression. Did you guys catch the weird tie-ins to The Shining, like with the boiler room, and that was definitely there. So I'll give it a 9.
And I don't think he's doing a Nicholson impression. I think that's just.
Oh, I thought he was.
I think that's just how he talks.
It is how he talks,
Yeah,
but I think that
It's how
I think he
talks.
came in the acting world just trying to be the new Jack Nicholson.
He
you know?
should have been the Jack Torrance character in Dr. Sleep. That's who they should have got.
Ah, okay.
That would have worked.
Okay. That would have been
That
Pretty
great.
good, dude.
I'm gonna go. I'm undecided. I'm gonna go 8 on this one too.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
All right.
I
It's a
think
great
it was.
movie. It's a really good movie. I mean, like I watched it again. I watched it like 3 times in like the last
Yeah.
4 days, dude. This is a great movie, dude. This is a great movie. I like it a lot.
And it checked another one off my list. It's one of those where I was like, have I ever seen this movie? I don't think I have. And
Now
then,
you
I
have.
started watching and I was like, oh, I haven't ever watched this. So, checked another one off the box. One of those must-see things.
There you go.
Nice.
All right. We'll move on to Sissy from 2022. Teen best friends Cecilia and Emma run into each other after a decade. Cecilia is invited to Emma's bachelorette weekend where she gets stuck in a remote cabin with her high school bully and a taste for revenge. Does she? Is that? I don't know.
I don't know. It's a weird. Okay.
Directors and writers are Hannah Barlow and Kane Scenes.
Sure.
Hannah Barlow, in addition to playing Emma and co-directing the film, also sings the last songs in the credit. An ode to Narcissa.
Ah. Okay.
I didn't even listen to it.
Me neither. All right, Al. Sissy, why'd you pick this?
Sarah, whatever it may be.
I love this, man. Are you a couple of beers in yet, Al, or what?
Oh man, fuck man, I got fired yesterday, dude. Fuck it. Oh, it is what it is. Dude. It's midlife.
A
You know.
feeling of freedom.
You know, I got separate from you guys. I'm trying to look at your faces, but
Right?
I'm looking at Skype, but give me 1 second so I can like turn off and then try to come back.
All right, we'll
All
be
right.
here. We'll be here. We can move on.
Okay.
All
All right. Well,
To
Brian.
you, Phil.
Yeah. What'd you think about Sissy?
I thought this was a decent film. Kind of on the same subject matter as the first one.
Okay.
Kind of social bullying and mental health issues, and
Sure.
I thought the main girl who played Sissy, Aisha D, I thought she was pretty good in it. Gorgeous head of hair on her. Gorgeous head of hair.
I like the pink and the little ringlets. It was good.
Yeah, I like the whole story of her kind of having these issues when she was younger and becoming kind of a self-help type influencer, and then she runs into her former best friend and they rekindle their friendship, gets invited to her bachelorette party, and kind of runs into the person that kind of had these issues to begin with, and kind of sparks up everything again.
A lot of very awkward moments, right?
Yeah.
Like when she met back up with her alleged best friend, and then also when she met up with a girl that, that really had an axe to grind with her.
Yeah, I think that's where the movie kind of does a good job at, because when she meets up with this person from her past, you kind of are rooting for Sissy.
Yes.
And then there's a moment in the film where it turns, and then you don't know if you're supposed to be rooting for Sissy, because she just kind of goes off the deep end and starts just picking off everybody one by one. And I thought some of the kills were pretty fucking cool.
Absolutely.
A lot of head crushing in this movie.
Yes. That was my wife and I both started fucking laughing out loud when that girl's head got crushed by the tire.
Well,
the kangaroo.
Yeah,
we gotta put it out of its misery. It
gotta
came
back
full
up the
circle
car
later on.
Yeah,
but her like eyeballs pop out of her head and shit. It was great. I was like, all right, I'm sold on this movie.
Yep.
Yeah, I think, with Al kind of randomly picking all three of these movies, I think when we get to the third movie, I think they all kind of have a similar theme.
Okay.
I can link all three movies to a similar theme.
Sort of.
And I thought this was
social outcast. Or being outcast.
Wanted to be accepted socially,
right?
And so this was a good one. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it, and I think this is kind of I don't want to say a hidden gem, but definitely one that I would recommend, especially if you have Shudder or AMC Plus to check out.
Definitely.
And support our Australians over there, our Australian brothers and sisters over there.
Yeah, it's for sure an under the radar movie.
Yeah, I've heard some talk about it, like on a lot of horror podcasts, but not like just on general movie podcast or discussion threads or anything. Didn't get as much notice as something I'm about to compare it to.
Okay.
So Brian, I'm going to say something that might be controversial. I really think that this was a better version of Pearl than Pearl was. Okay.
Ooh.
Let me back up my argument, okay? Give me a chance to at least back it up here, okay? So I think you've got the same basic, descent into madness type storyline. You've got the one actress that's incredibly strong that carries the role. You got a lot of self-introspective talking that's going on. You got a lot of self-discovery that's going on. You've got twists and turns where you find out this person was up to evil and nefarious things that at first you thought maybe they were innocent of. So I saw all that very similar, but I enjoyed the soundtrack to this. I thought it was fucking phenomenal because you kind of had that weird kind of light, Wizard of Oz type music, sort of like you did in Pearl. I just saw a lot of similarities between the two, but I actually liked this one better. I thought it had a lot more graphic gore scenes, which was cool. I thought it was, obviously it's set in a different time, but I really like what they did with the social media. I like what they did with the fact that, basically, she's kind of living two lives. She's got what really happened in the past and what she's thinking the whole time, but we don't realize that because we're not allowed to see that part of her. And then you get the part of her that we're allowed to see, right? Because she films it and puts it out there. I think she was so worried about that one chick. The reason she hit the one chick in the head was because she was so worried that she was going to send that video out there of what she's really like and show the whole world, like, one of the things she did in her past and, expose her for everyone to see instead of her calm and,
I hate, murder is never the answer, but she kind of had
it.
Yeah, that's, you know what, Lance, I'm not mad at your comparison to Pearl. But I will say the difference between Pearl and Sissy is I don't really think any of those. I think most of the people in Sissy were kind of asking for
it. That's a good point.
Maybe not the friends, but then
some of them were kind of.
It's not like you can leave them alive.
Yeah. Well, the one guy that kept saying when he didn't think she could hear him, and he was saying, "Oh, she's canceled," and like in her world of having her followers and shit like that. That's like the end of the world for her.
That
Somebody,
guy was certainly a douche for somebody
Yeah,
with like
he was-
MS or what the fuck ever.
yeah,
Yeah, and I like that you brought that up. How she was two different people, because
right.
on social media she's Cecilia,
Ah,
but to
that's
everybody,
right.
yeah,
That's right.
to these people from her past, or
Yeah,
the couple people from her past that spoke about her, to the other people, she's Sissy.
Mm-hmm.
Sissy the sissy. That's what they used to call her. So yeah, I good comparison, Lance.
yeah.
Yeah,
I thought. So.
actually,
I mean, I just thought it was kind of interesting the way that they both came out the same year. They both kind of had the same basic subject matter, and I just thought that the way they were filmed, that I don't know, just something about the filming style and the music combined
Mm.
was just so spot on for both movies. But yeah, I'll say it. I actually enjoyed this one better. I really did. I'm not saying that this actress is better than Mia Goth in that department, but I think they were both really strong actresses. So
Yeah.
I'll watch her again. Whatever else she appears in, it'll definitely be on my radar.
Yeah, I thought she was really great, and the jury's kind of out for me on Mia Goth. Like, I mean, obviously
Yeah.
she's a great actress, but she's fucking weird, man.
I think that's why. I think
Yeah,
that's why you
well,
hire her.
Yeah,
Right.
You need weird and crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see what Mia Goth's doing for the next couple months.
yeah. Like from sometimes she's super hot and sometimes she's
hmm
it's weird.
Yeah,
Anyway,
dangerous.
yeah.
Sometimes you faintly see eyebrows, and sometimes you don't.
Yeah,
Right.
like the no eyebrows thing really throws me off. But we're not talking about Mia Goth. We're talking about this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a really interesting movie. It grabbed me and pulled me in. I do have a question, like from the beginning. She was doing her like hyperventilation thing. That's
Right.
not a thing, is it? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Anything's a thing.
Just hyperventilate yourself, and that's supposed to calm you the fuck down. It sounds like
Well,
the opposite.
They did it back in the
When-
day, man, with a paper
when
bag.
when she was at the dinner table, they were calling her out, saying, because one of them was actually a licensed therapist, and they were kind of calling her out, like, you're giving people advice and you're not even equipped or qualified to give people advice. So I don't know if that's a thing.
Or
It
they
doesn't
could
sound
not
like
be
it should
assholes.
be a thing. That's what I'm
was an
saying.
asshole
They
thing to
kind
say.
of were asking for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
I could see that.
If somebody wasn't saying something, they were laughing, and they
Yes.
couldn't help to laugh at her.
Right.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Or were they though, or are we seeing this movie from her point of view? I
Good
mean, there
question.
could be some of that, that could be part of this too. I don't know.
I thought about that in the very beginning when they were making that trek out there. I was like, are these people real or are they just in her head? And then they sort of didn't bring that up again.
Yeah, I always knew they were really real. I just didn't know if they were really actually laughing at her all those
Yeah.
times, or maybe she misheard. Maybe she thought he said you're canceled. I don't know.
Maybe.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
it's certainly possible.
You'd think that one chick would have fucking learned her lesson after a trowel in the face.
You would kind of think so, right?
Oh,
Stay
yeah.
away.
She
Yeah.
was down to do that as a child.
Oh yeah,
And
no
now she's
shit.
adult now. I'm leaving that alone.
That's
Yeah,
that's like
oh, shit.
that's like the little girl from Night of the Living Dead all the way. That was
she's
the first
still,
thing I
like,
thought of.
Picking on the person that stabbed her in the fucking face. Maybe
Right.
don't do that.
You don't poke
dumbass.
that bear.
That was a good effect on that little girl, though.
Yeah.
The open wound on her face from the
Yeah.
trial.
Man, I'm assuming this movie had a pretty low budget, but they did a lot with it. And
Yeah.
again,
like the
Brian,
effects.
you've said it. Brian, you've said it a dozen times. Last year was the year of the soundtrack, man. I
Yeah.
just thought the music worked perfectly with those scenes. At first, it was jarring to me. It was kind of off-putting. I'm like, why are they playing this lighthearted, synth-heavy music? And then they've got these scenes of mayhem going on. But then the more I got used to it, the more I kind of enjoyed that.
Now that you're like bringing up certain things, it kind of makes me feel like maybe this was the music or maybe the mood or attitude going on in her mind.
Yeah, that's when she was zoning
Yeah,
out.
absolutely. Just
Yeah.
like
Because
Pearl.
something
Absolutely.
she would murder somebody horrifically, and then she would
Yeah.
pull up one of her own videos and watch herself and make herself
Yes.
feel better, and then the music
Uh-huh.
would kick in, and she
Gotta
just
get those endorphins.
And she'd watch those likes and those hearts, and yeah, you
Yeah.
got it.
Make her feel better. And like even
Yep.
like there was even a scene where her pupil got real big.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as she started, like she was freaking out and looking at social media, and then her pupils got big.
I think that's when she was looking at the comments, and they were like saying "You go, Queen" and stuff like that. I think that's when the pupils got all like, "Ooh."
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch this movie again.
This was social media is a drug movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, no, I thought it was
Alright.
really good, and I appreciated it for what it was. This one caught me in. I had scrolled across it before, but I'd never
Same
actually
here.
watched it, and it was definitely worth the watch. Interesting.
All right.
to say
Yeah.
the-
Well, hopefully Al will jump back on, but we can ask him his score when he comes back if y'all want to keep going.
Yeah,
Let's keep it
Because
going.
we all got a Super Bowl to see today, boys.
we might have lost Al. All right.
Well,
Brian.
he is in Spain, so and it looked like in a hotel room or something.
Yeah. Well, especially after just getting fired, that sucks.
Yeah. Well.
Brian, what's your score?
I'm gonna give this one. I liked it. I think I do. Lance, I think you're right. I think this deserves another watch, just for the little things you pick up on. Like you were bringing up the music,
Sure.
and Phil, you were bringing up like just how like she was kind of like picking herself up by looking at the comments and going on social media and just I want to give it an 8, but I think a 7.5 is fair for right now.
Yeah.
But I definitely agree with you, Lance. Like I think she was great in this, and I like to see what she does. I looked at her filmography up. The only thing I've seen that I do recognize her from, she was on that Channel Zero show that was on Sci-Fi.
Oh, okay.
And I did see the season she was on, and don't quite remember really much about her from that season, but just from this, I'll definitely check out something she's in.
Cool. Yeah, I agree, man. 7.5. It's a good movie. It's a good watch.
Yeah, I think 7.5 is a pretty fair score. I almost, you know what? I'm going to give it an 8.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I was really appreciative. Although I never knew how easy it was to accidentally kill a bunch of people.
Well,
Have
if you've
you-
seen Bodies, go ahead, Brian.
Oh, you were gonna say bodies?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah, there you go.
Same thing.
I forced my dad to watch that one with me. Great movie. All right.
You wonder how someone can accidentally jump into a wood chipper.
Yeah.
Hey.
These
Well.
teenagers, they had a suicide pact. I don't understand.
Well, Michael Myers did in that last movie. So.
All right. We'll move on to Deadstream, which we haven't officially reviewed yet, so I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
A disgraced internet personality attempts to win back his followers by live streaming one night alone in a haunted house. But when he accidentally pisses off a vengeful spirit, his big comeback event will be becomes a real-time fight for his life. Director and writers and stars of the movie, Joseph and Vanessa Winter. The top of the spirit board has Klaatu Virata Nikto written on top. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does.
Though originating in 1951's Day the Earth Stood Still as Klaatu Barada Nikto, it was later made popular by 1992's horror comedy Army of Darkness.
Oh,
course,
that makes
that's
perfect sense.
that's
Makes
where it came
perfect
from.
sense.
Which this has some very Evil Dead looking stuff to it, so that totally makes sense. Brian, what do you think about Deadstream?
I love this movie. This movie is hilarious. I
It
like
is.
the whole YouTube influencer. I don't know if Al did this on purpose, but like this is
I think he
what I
did.
was saying. The need for social acceptance is in all three of these movies.
Yeah.
And him being this prank YouTuber that clearly pissed people off with his being smuggled across the border prank. Needing to
I've forgotten about that.
That's
do
fucking
the-
funny. I'm sorry.
That was the final nail in the coffin, huh?
Yeah, needing to do the whole, because I've seen him before, the whole apology YouTube video, and
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's a bunch of them
Yeah.
out there.
this isn't.
We almost had to do one.
I love the part where it's I'm not in it for the money, but then all his merch like flashes on the screen.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Like
yeah.
he has like
Energy
20
drink.
different T-shirts.
Go to thehorrorreturns.com, by the way. Buy a t-shirt. Look.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
nice.
I like the just, you know, we're on YouTube now, and I've you know been trying to learn a little bit of YouTube laws and rules and regulations, and just him
Yeah.
like talking about demonetizing and
When
not
he starts
trying
cussing.
to cut. Yeah, he was
Right.
like, I can only cuss 3
Look,
times.
I mean, flip.
Yeah. I thought the practical effects were fucking awesome in this one. I love when the so-called fan of his channel shows up,
Oh yes.
and
That
then
added a whole new
you
dimension to it.
get the twist after that of who she really is.
Yeah.
And just him flipping out, running from fucking room to room, upstairs, downstairs, jumping out the window, hiding in the car,
Right.
you know, just
Well,
all of that was great.
Brian, it was hilarious when he said he said this is our safe room.
Yeah.
Because nothing's been reported here as far as paranormal activity.
And he fucking
And,
he puts a setup where the door's behind him.
Exactly. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Just everything was just great, hilarious. The spear cam was amazing.
Yes.
Oh yeah, all the different cams. That was pretty.
The spear cam that he sets
Pretty
up,
original.
which gets taken from him and then used on him, and
It's just
yeah,
good comedy, dude.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Good
good.
writing.
Yeah, I don't have too much to say about this one, Phil, because I know you probably do. This was like where was this on your top 10? This was toward the top for you, wasn't it? I think
Yeah, I
it
think
was
it's like
my
number 4 or
8 or something. All right, yeah, but this was a very pleasant surprise because when I started watching, I only watched it because Doc Rotten over at Horror News Radio, it was his number 1, and then after that, it seemed like 2 or 3 other people in the same week I was listening to podcasts talked about it. I'm like, okay, well, fuck it. But when I started watching it, I fucking hated this kid. I'm like, this fucking asshole. This guy may possibly be worse than the bitch that was in fucking Dashcam.
I was
like, that
just about
irritated.
to bring up Dashcam because you're supposed to not like these people.
Well, it worked. It worked. But actually, kind of as the movie went on, something weird happened, and I kind of started liking him. And I kind of started rooting for him. And then when that chick showed up, I thought, okay, this is exactly what it appears to be. She's just a crazy loony fan. And then like a couple of 10, 15 minutes into that, I'm like, something else is going on. This is not just a crazy loony fan. There's something sinister here. So special effects were phenomenal. The different monsters, ghosts, or whatever you want to call them, were phenomenal. I assume this was made on a very, very small budget. Big Sam Raimi fans for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Not just with the Klaatu on the book, but the design of the creatures and some of the setups were perfect Sam Raimi. It wasn't exactly a cabin in the woods, but you get the idea. So
I think
really enjoyed it.
They also directed in one of the VHS segments where they like go to hell.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
that was he was in that.
Yeah.
Ah.
And so
okay.
so was his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. They make a pretty good writing combination. Obviously, this movie was better than that. But
yeah.
But yeah, like when I first turned it on and it looked like a YouTube video, I was thinking I'm gonna hate this.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
And then as it went on, I fell in fucking love with this movie. It is so good. It's so funny. It's so funny and it's kind of creepy and scary at the same time. It's one of those horror comedy movies where there's like legitimate horror, but they still sort of keep it lighthearted. And showed the kids, figured they'd love it, and of course they did. Daughter in particular.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But because they live their lives on YouTube at this point.
Makes sense, yeah.
And I think the writing was great. They brought back some comedy stuff. There's some little one-liners in there. If you go back and watch it again, a lot of the little comments on the side are pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's
it's
why
hard
you
to
gotta
keep
watch
up
these.
with them.
Yeah, you gotta watch these movies over and over.
Yeah, but this has some rewatchability to it. It was still by far one of my favorite movies from last year, and I'm gonna remember. This is gonna be a cult classic for me.
Yeah.
I hope that more people will go and watch Deadstream. It's on Shudder. It's so good. I love this movie.
Yeah, you're not in the minority, man. A lot of people really were pleasantly surprised with this one.
Yeah, I didn't expect much. It was good. Scores, Brian. What do you think?
This is easy. 9 out of 10.
Damn. Okay.
Can't give it a 10.
Yeah.
I saved my
10.
10s.
10's rare air, man.
It
10's
ended
rare
up
air.
in all of our top 10 lists, though.
Yeah.
It did. Yeah.
But with that being said, there's not really anything bad I can say about this film. I can as soon as we're done recording and get off this call, I can go watch it right now again, and it wouldn't be old for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. Like
that.
I don't want to go watch Heathers again right now, but I 100% will go watch Deadstream again. That's great.
All right, I can see that.
Lance, what do you think?
Yeah, I'll give it 8. Strong 8 on 10. Really good movie.
Yeah.
And lots of rewatchability, like you guys said.
I'm gonna bump it up a little. I'm gonna go 9.5.
All right.
Nice.
I figured you would.
Fucking awesome movie, dude. I'm so impressed. I can't explain how much. How impressed I was with this movie.
These were some great picks, and if anybody wants to check out these movies, Heathers is on Amazon Prime. If you're a Prime member, you can watch it on there, and if you have Shudder, you can watch Sissy and Deadstream on there.
Indeed, you can.
Yeah.
Man, I hate that we lost Al, but that's the way it goes, man.
Yeah, Heathers is also a Tubi thing, isn't it?
Yep, it's also
Probably
on Tubi.
Well,
Tubi
hopefully.
fair.
Oh, there's a bug.
Sent them
I'm
some more money.
Oh man, speaking of which, either one of you guys gonna do that on the 16th? Either one of y'all free to do that? Those 2 Living Dead movies with Bede?
I can't answer you right now, but
Okay.
I'll see what I can do.
All right, it's a few days away still.
I'll definitely watch them. May have baseball practice.
Yeah, I'll watch them. Okay. Well, that's it. As always, we want to thank you guys for listening to another episode of The Horror Returns. Kind of a short one this time as we're all getting ready for game time prep. But you guys,
Super Bowl
we got
picks.
Al back. We got Al back.
I'm back, dude. I'm back.
Yo.
Everybody's on it with
All right, but Al, we got to get your thoughts and your scores on Sissy and Deadstream.
Sissy is like an 8. It's like an 8.
That's what
Super cool. I don't know, but there's one that had me like a hold up.
Okay.
So she threw the triple guy down to like the mountain, and then she walked up to the mountain.
Well, that dude falling down the mountain was fucking hilarious.
Timmy.
Yeah. She threw his ass down the mountain, and then she fucking like walked up to the mountain. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
dude,
I caught that. That was a little.
You saw that too, or no?
That's a little off. But I love that scene, Al, where he was falling down the mountain. Looked like a fucking puppet. Like somebody threw a Chucky doll or something down the mountain.
Good death scenes.
That's a good movie. Did you like the movie, Brian? You like the movie, Brian, or no?
Yeah. I loved it. I think a lot more people should check it out.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely an under the radar classic.
Yeah. I like that. I was on like a kick, like I'm just gonna watch like I don't know, like I don't know, Amazon Prime type movies, dude.
Sure,
I watched so many Amazon Prime movies in a row, and this is another good one too. Vicious Fun or something like this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we-
that's a good one.
I think we all enjoyed that one
Yeah,
too.
yeah. We all went on that
Self-help
shit, dude.
club.
That's a good movie.
That's the
It's like a-
self-help
And then,
club
and
for
then they got like
killers.
a scumbag white
Hitman
dude. I
support
mean,
group.
What's that, Brian?
Wasn't it like a Hitman support group?
yes.
Accidentally walked into.
It was good, dude. It was good. The
Alright.
scumbag dude. I don't know. I mean, I've seen him before, but I don't see him no more. You know, but he was fucking
Right.
awesome in that movie. The scumbag dude. He was like,
Oh yeah.
He's like, I think I might knock your old lady off tonight. What? Come on, man.
What about what about Deadstream, Al?
Deadstream? Oh man,
Yeah.
Deadstream. I like Deadstream before everything is like it's gonna be like this is not real. Fuck this. I like reading the fucking little comments
Right.
while I'm watching that movie.
He thought he was just doing it to make money. Probably didn't believe any of it. Pretending to be scared.
I'm not racist, guys. I'm not racist, guys. What he said. I'm not. I'm not racist, guys.
Redemption
Come on,
and
guys.
clout chasing.
And then he's... Go ahead, Lance. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I said redemption and clout chasing is sort of a theme between all three movies. I liked it.
Dude, this movie's fucking great, dude. This movie's fucking great, dude. I was trying to get some movies that like fit together, like obviously, but dude.
Brian was talking about that.
Yeah.
He said it was obvious you put some thought into putting these movies together. So that always helps. That's our theme, right? We try to get movies that kind of like that kind of vibe together. So what do you give Deadstream, man?
What do you think about Deadstream, Lance? What did you think about it, dude?
I loved it, man. I gave it an 8. Brian gave it a 9, and Phil gives it a 9.5 out of 10. What about you?
Love this movie.
I'll go with like about an 8. I mean, like,
okay,
this chick, like, she comes out of nowhere. She's like, I just came over here. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? What is this chick talking about, dude? Fuck her, dude. Fuck her, yo. She can kick rocks. I would never fucking accept that bitch into my life, dude. Fuck her, dude. You know what I'm talking about?
Just come on in the house with me. I'm recording.
I would. She was pretty hot.
I mean, she was pretty hot, though. But
she was hot up until the point where she bites his neck.
Yeah, that's a problem. A little too much teeth.
Nowhere, dude. Out of nowhere, bro. Out of nowhere, no. Come on, man. Stop that, dude.
Yeah.
What's she talking about?
Sketchy,
out of nowhere? Come on, man. Fuck her, dude. Fuck her.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on, man. We're getting prepped for the game, Al. So thanks for joining us, dude. We'll do another show soon.
I'm so sorry. Cut out, dude. I'm so sorry. Cut out.
No,
we
no
deal
worries.
with that every week at least once.
Hey,
So,
look, I'm looking like Brother Inez. I'm gonna find it somewhere.
Yeah, it's out there.
It's out
Look,
there. Exactly. It's out there.
I think Brian's got the schedule filled out for March already, but we'll get back with you to get something going in a couple of months for a follow up. All right.
I appreciate it, man. I hope I didn't fucking disappoint, dude.
No, we appreciate
great
you.
to finally meet you.
Yeah, definitely, dude.
All we see is pictures of you fucking in Turkey and Greece and Spain and Barcelona and all over the place, man. The Asian Sea, Egypt. All right.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Bye,
So next
bye,
week.
Phil. Bye, Brian. You guys have a good night.
You too,
Thank you, guys.
All right. Take care, man. Thank you. Brian, what's on the docket for next week?
We are bringing back the year in horror. We are finishing the 80s, 1989 Part 2 with Deep Star 6 and the Robert Englund directed 976 Evil.
Oh boy, that'll be fun. Oh man, do we have a guest or?
You sound
not that I know of.
All right.
I want to watch Cocaine Bear, dude. Cocaine Bear.
Hell yeah.
It's coming. It's coming.
Sign me up for that one.
All right, guys. Until the horror returns again, Brian.
Good night.
Good night, dude.
All right. Later on, guys. Thanks, Al.
All right. Thanks, Al.
Party on, Wayne.